is the return of Eamon Bannon, considered a key figure in this United setup. He's been out of football since October 16th, and with an important game in Europe, of course, coming up, and an incredible week with Aberdeen today, Celtic on Wednesday, and Rangers next Saturday. This man will play a big part. And the referee is from Edinburgh. I think he's feeling the cold, as you can see there. George Smith. Well, I think they're kicking off just slightly before 3 o'clock. A couple of minutes by not only my watch, but my colleague beside me, which is most surprising. However, maybe they're anxious to get on with it. It really is very, very cold indeed. The wind is blowing from Jim Leighton there, whom you see with the ball just now. Let's watch this kick, see how far he goes. And it really goes way down. The wind right behind that. Aberdeen favoured by their position at the moment. These games are never dull, always interesting, the football between them. And this season, of course, Dundee United are well up. They've won 3 of the games. Aberdeen still to beat them. Slip by Simpson. Malpa's going down, and that is the free kick. Doug Woodby playing at left back. Good ball down, Davy Dodds trying to go around the edge. Good recovery by Kennedy. Off the back of Black. And has the referee blown? I think he has. The tall figure of David Neri, just on 6 feet. Drifts in well, it's Rugby! No, he seemed to make up his mind just at the last moment. I think the opportunity was there if he'd been a little more direct about it. I think he allowed the ball to go too far to the left. Mark Pugh, there might have been a bit of swing in the wind, you never know from here. There's McGee trying to get round, and he does very well. Good final tackle by Hegarty. Rugby. Where now? So the player could maybe turn the game. The trifle, and McGee was there. Eamon Bannon with the chest initially. Rugby wanting to drive forward again. That's an excellent ball. Now there's some gap and room for Weir, and that's a good swerving cross. Hegarty deals with it confidently enough, but for the first time in the last 6 or 7 minutes, people are actually applauding. Weir, far post, and Rugby underneath it. All underneath it without making contact. Back to the United players, and that will be a throw to United. Good ball again. Troublesome pace and swerve in Rugby. Looked as if he was getting right to it, but got underneath it. Malpas. Gough. And Weir slides back. Miller. It could be a mistake to cost them. Referee says, wait, play on. Miller is hard in again. And I think the whistle goes this time. I think probably United deserved the free kick further back, but they get one now. Miller goes back. He almost made a fatal mistake, and I think realises it. That's Ralph Milne about to take this. That's a good one. Look at Gough. Totally uncovered. 19 minutes gone. United have gone 1 up in a game which looked very, very much increasingly like stalemate. Now, the free kick, Richard Gough took it very well, and good luck to the lad, but that is criminal, the covering there. He was totally uncovered. That ought not to happen. that was a bad lapse by Aberdeen. One of these mental blocks, I suppose they can't explain to themselves, but we've got a game in our hands now. They'll have to fight back, and will. Simpson wanted that ball, Strachan has it. Wants a kind of 1-2 and gets it. Beautifully tackled by Gough. And that's a free kick as McGee whips that in. The whistle had gone. Well, Richard Gough not only scoring that goal, but going back into his basic position, which is a defensive one, and underlines the fact that defensive players have got to go forward and score goals nowadays. Milne. The only thing that could happen there, back to the keeper. McGee. Well, I'll tell you what, Aberdeen will be hard put to do, or to inflict any serious injury with Dundee United one up, because they are a very stubborn team indeed once they get into the lead. Techwood, that was very neatly done indeed. There's David Dodge, will try and knock it down. Gets a second chance at it. Cuts that in, McLeish, and Aberdeen are stretched at the moment. Here's Weir. Always does that very well when he cuts inside. Kennedy has it. On towards Weir, who's gone right across, and there was a kick. And Bannon quite incensed about that. I think what had happened there actually was Bannon committed the original foul, and there was attempted retaliation by Weir. So Peter Weir is there with Gordon Strachan. That is a crowded looking penalty area. That's a good ball, and McLeish almost getting down to it. There's Weir again, beautifully cut back. And there it is, the equaliser. Neil Cooper. 23 minutes gone, and time for the Aberdeen supporters to warm up, get some exercise behind the goal, as the professional youth player strode forward. The ball might have been knocked away initially by McGee, breaking there, and that is a very confident and professional finish by the teenager. Towering ball again, McGee is after it. Stark has got the outside of his foot. Aberdeen supporters beginning to warm to the afternoon again. Not a very inspired performance by Aberdeen so far. It's McGee, there's a deflection, and I think a double one. I'm sure McAlpin got a touch there. McGee really let rip with that. Cooper again, and too much there. Aberdeen putting on the pressure. We're seeing since that goal, as I was saying, up until they scored a goal, a very uninspired performance by Aberdeen, and then came the break, and they've turned the screw on this United defence since then. Black. Hooked away. Nice touch there by Simpson. Milne, brilliant play by Milne. Really was under pressure, tackled from the left and the right. He eluded both. Gough. Holt. Great play by United. Good tackle by Weir. Recovery. Nearly is out of position. And Gough. Harden. Just about to say the pace of this game has picked up enormously. Weir. McGee rather, to Weir. He did that so elegantly. Great play inside, and the referee, slight warning to Richard Gough about that tackle. Free kick to Aberdeen. Look at this. Really going to turn, that's great play again, and a brilliant save from Cooper. Well, what a marvellous flow of action that was. Stemming from, once again, Peter Weir brilliantly drifting his way through, opting for the pass, and look at this save by 34-year-old Hamish McAlpin. Brilliant. Peter Weir's away on the far side. And with the wind he's got, this should be a vicious in-swinger. It is, look at it, curling. There was another deflection. And that has become a very packed goal mouth since Aberdeen scored that equaliser. Now watch the curl in this one. There it is! Rugby! 2-1. Simple, straightforward. The power of the corner equalled by the power of that forehead. Flush to it, and the shaking of the net. 2-1. Superb play by McGee. Kennedy again. He'll get a corner off that. The ball seemed to be spinning awkwardly for him, and maybe that was about as much as he could expect. In come the big men again. Rugby will be up, so McLeish and Cooper. Must be an awesome sight to see Duke Rugby come in for a corner kick like this. He's up again. There's Rugby! Oh dear. I think everybody was perhaps expecting him to begin with a head, and lo and behold, following in as he did the previous corner, finding it to put there. Maybe he was perhaps a little taken aback himself, but not when he finished it off. 3-1. Offside, sure, no. Gough played him on. I just saw Gough there. Certainly played him on, and oh, that came right underneath Hegarty. They're giving Weir a lot of service, and he's relishing it. Bit of spin in it. Hamish McAlpin. The spin beat him. Did very well to get out of it. Good play by Aberdeen, though. Kirkwood. Loud shouts of hands underneath us. Weir did that very well, and Cooper slips up. Eamon Bannon. First major contribution to the game there. There's David Dodds. Aberdeen covering up very well indeed. Kennedy, but the ball has gone over. Virtually on their half-time whistle. There it is, in fact. Referee George Smith points to the pavilion. There's loud applause, mainly from the Aberdeen supporters, for a performance that I think was really sparked off by Dundee United scoring against them. There's number 3, Doug Rugby. What an afternoon it's been for him. Wonder if we could perhaps see Rugby's 2 goals together right now. I mean, the value of a big man coming into a crowded penalty area. It's sometimes very difficult to exploit corner kicks, but he did it well. 2 ways, that first one, and then obviously coming up again, trying the same ploy, but to his delight finding he could put it away with his foot. But as I said, it was Gough's goal that inspired Aberdeen to fight back. Neatly taken by Gough. And of course, Cooper coming up to get the equaliser. And that's when things began to go right for Aberdeen. And they must be very pleased now. Well, United have this 2-goal deficit to face up to, but they do have the win behind them, and I'm quite sure 1 or 2 ears are ringing, because I would anticipate that the half-time dressing room conversation with manager Jim McLean was quite forthright. There he is, and ever a man would be very determined about what he said to his team at half-time, it's that man there. Here's striker, that could be a good ball. McGee, 3 players get in behind him, and the final tackle by Hegarty. Chance of rugby for another corner kick. I think the wind will tend to float this away from goal. It does, in fact. Miller comes up, Milner's there, Strachan. Intelligent ball to Cooper. Well, that didn't equal it, though. Cooper again. Weir. Oh. Done with great skill and brilliantly saved by McAlpin. And in fact, I think he was fouled as he went for that. Well, when it comes to slipping a player, Peter Weir really is in the masterclass, isn't he? I mean, he just... play by Weir. Right off the head of Simpson again. Game in a kind of edgy, awkward period. There's Weir, relishing everything he does. Doesn't get away with that one, but Simpson gives the support, tries to drive it in there. Strachan, there's no room for him though. Untidy clearance. Kennedy, brilliantly tackled though by Stark. 3 Aberdeen players going for it. Now Willie Miller. There he does well to get his head at all to it. And constructive clearance from defence by United. Ralph Milne. Dodds. Black wasn't pushed. Gordon Strachan. Simpson. Too many players. And notice that David Dodds came right back. All the way back down from the Aberdeen penalty area. Helping out in midfield. Good, just picks it up. Gough. Oh, too much in that. Malpas. Holt to Gough. It's better play by United. There are players in there as well, and that was an awkward ball. Well driven in by Malpas. Again, I assume from the way that Leighton went for it, there was a bit of dip and swerve in it. Just gets round. There's Strachan inside. He's on his own though for Aberdeen. Kennedy using his great pace to get there. That's an awkward one, and McAlpin makes it look easy. Under pressure too. The sheer tenacity of Stuart Kennedy brought that about all the same. Superb run on the right. And that great ball across. McAlpin eyes on the ball all the way. Well, David Dodds looked very quickly as if he was going to get hold of that. Dodds. Good Ball inside, that's a superb touch there and brilliantly saved. Billy Kickwood. That 90-degree turn there, and that could have beaten many a goalkeeper. Superbly touched round by Leighton. That is an excruciatingly awful corner to come after a move like that. Well, that was not the most unpredictable of pass, and Strachan fighting hard to get it, and Cooper seemed to take his eye off it. I think it was difficult to beat Hamish McAlpin from that distance, trying a shot against the wind as we have today at Pittodrie. Well, that's too much in dodge. He took a knock, sliding in. Here's Kennedy to Black. Kennedy, he will make the cross, and it's a very good one. There's nothing wrong with that. There's rugby number 3, itching to get at it again from the corner kick. That's a touch and straight through by Black. Well, 4-1 for Aberdeen, and I think that puts the game well beyond the reach of United. And so simply done again, the third goal from a corner kick. And I think that will make Hamish McAlpin look a little red-faced. Difficult ball, I suppose, in the sense that it was headed down at him. Mark Hugh Hamish doesn't lose many goals like that. This is Strachan. Well, look where McLeish finds himself. And Kennedy, 2 defenders. Spearheading this attack, Kennedy is a bit ambitious with that one. Strachan follows up. Once again, that spirit of tenacity. That's a brilliant shot by McGee. Now that was an awkward position, and that would have been one of the goals of the season had that gone in. I think Ferguson anxious to get on with it there. I think he's enjoyed this afternoon. Here's Strachan, he might enjoy more. He tries to put it in and